Yo ho! What's going on, boys? This is Grim Reaper bringing you One Punch Man 200 and 201. Let's get it popping because we don't have that much time. But let's see how good these chapters are. I don't know. I just don't know, so we'll find out. All right. Cough, cough. Why didn't you kill me? Who's this? Oh, okay. They're finishing off the other ninjas. You could have easily cut my head off. As they say, even the smallest of insects have souls. I figured I'd at least let you hear the real truth about the village before you die.
If you're gonna give it that voice, you have to give Sonic a really deep voice to counter it.
You already know.
Bro, he's made Flash Michael Jackson, man.
God, you say? Yes. Yes.
No, stop it, you were right! No! Regular voice!
We believe the village was a testing ground for creating minions of God, similar to that man. Okay. From a young age, taking away their humanity, torturing them with training to their very limits. Sonic, you saw you saw. Hold on. Doesn't that imply that like there's an understood prerogative amongst like the minions of God and God? Or at least that man and God? Sonic, you saw what I saw underground too, right? That cube was being used to test people's suitability as minions of God. If you're not suitable, your life is forfeit. Damn, bro. Damn. All these dead people, bro. The image of the village being a training facility for assassins. That was just a facade. In other words, all of you who were safely shipped out as assassins, from that man's perspective, you were not elite, but instead utter failures. Bro, it's hard to say that. Top of the next one. Can you hear me still? Yeah, you can hear me. All right,
You good? You good?
Heavenly ninjas? What foolishness. Getting suckered in and going along for the ride doesn't accomplish anything. You had your entire lives stolen from you, and you still don't get it. Is that all true? If you don't believe me, just find Blast and ask him. He's around for a change. They all started laughing. Are they all being controlled by the same person? Why are they all laughing? Oh, some big aura. Some big killer auras around. Who's laughing? Okay, so they all got the same smile. I wouldn't be surprised if they're all being controlled by the same person. Our lives stolen, you say? How presumptuous. Why do you assume they weren't offered? Oh? They know about what's going on? We're replacing back marker with dropout. It's less accurate, but the former was causing confusion. Whatever. Have you grown dissatisfied with the illusion of living your own life, which you so selfishly harbored in defiance of the village's teachings? I still can't understand how dropouts think. They dirty, bro. Trying to look devious. Y'all don't even look devious, bro. Not with those ears. Know that only in fulfilling the duties given to us can we ninja find our final resting place. It doesn't matter who the master we serve is. We must give our lives for them. Listen, vermin who have forgotten the sworn duty of a ninja, we, the heavenly ninjas, are blessed. Okay, if you say so, bro. Blessed. 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 That's right. Blessed. They're beyond help. Guess I'll kill them. Damn robots. Oh shit. This guy's having okay, they're all having an attack. Are they on some steroid? Did they all really get blessed by God? Are they all being punished like homeless was? What the fuck? It's that man. Oh, okay. That man is arriving. What? No doubt you'll soon realize that getting killed by us would have been much more pleasant. By consuming human blood and organs, That man has been truly born anew. There's no future for any of you. Oh, master, if it is our blood and eternals that you desire. Did he just inflate and start shooting blood out? Oh, bro, they all did, bro. Yo, he's really on some shit like that, bro. What type of like supernatural shit is this? Is he psychic as well, bro? Why are their organs coming out like this? And they're swirling up together? This looks like some Tatsumaki type shit, bro. Some dirty Tatsumaki type shit. Is this a psychic ninja, bro? Bro, sucking their organs out, bro. This dirty, bro. What is this? That's fucking disgusting, bro. Yo. Yo. Hey, bruh. Yo, he look dirty. Oh, he clapping Flashy for sure. For sure, Flashy getting disarmed and his blade broke, bruh. Confirmed, bruh. He just looked like it, bruh. I'm not reading that. Damn.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
How did the entrails make you feel?
I mean, pretty disgusted, but like, it's just like
Hungry.
horror. No, what the fuck?
Not hungry? Oh, okay. My bad.
It's just like really kind of gruesome. Like, I mean, it makes you. I mean, it's a step up. Like, we weren't getting like that clear. Like, I remember in the beginning we got like when Sonic murdered the Hammerhead boys by chopping their heads off. That was pretty gruesome. Or like intense. Yeah, I wouldn't have expected that compared to everything else. But this is like, maybe we should just expect that from the ninjas. Like, all the ninjas are gonna be like really intense with their fighting. Because who else is mutilating people like this? Like Atomic, kind of, but it's not displayed the exact same way all the time. He's not usually, when he is splattering monsters. If it is like iconic, it's a really badass panel. The other times they like just fall apart. Rhino Wrestler being an example of that. Tatsumaki splattered 100 Eyes. Same thing with Evil Eye. I don't know, we're not getting that many. I guess whenever Tatsumaki was twisting Sairochi, but it's still not the same thing, or twisting Orochi himself. But yeah.
Yeah, this is like actual gruesome. Like, this is blood and entrails being shot out of the body and being absorbed into what? Yeah, it's gruesome. Yeah, massive.
Like, just really think about that. Like, imagine a group of 10 people. If you really took all their organs out and put them in a pile, what would it look like?
It looked like that. Yeah.
Stop.
It's dark for One Punch Man. Yeah.
All right, let's push on to the next one. 201. All right. My boy caped in the title. Genjutsu. Oh? Y'all got that out here? Y'all know how to use that? Y'all know what that is? Y'all be doing that out here too? Okay. Yo, he over here walking up cock diesel like, okay, we weren't going to skip somewhere else. I like it. That man. The one we saw in the basement. He's definitely a beast. What nonsense. Slurping the blood and guts of your village's students as an entrance. That totally fits you, Empty Void. It's not just perverse. It's plain revolting. Yeah. Yeah, look. You're like an orc, bitch. Stupid. Fooshu fooshu. Or fooshu shoo.
Keep going. No, I like that voice for him. Keep it going. Keep on going, please.
So you know my name, Flash. I can see you got in touch with Blast. How's that bastard doing? I was just about to eat up his entrails too. Hey, bro. Hey, bro, it's not like you about to eat his ass, bro.
Hey,
Really?
whoa,
Hey, bro,
damn!
that was
I don't know
kind
how
of
you got to
different.
there.
All right, Flashy blitzes his ass. He hops out the way like it's nothing. But that's not really crazy though. The Ninja Brothers did that kind of too. Ugh.
You're muted.
Yeah, Grim, go, mate.
How's that? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you
Yes,
go.
sir.
All right, let me know if it happens again, chat. This is ridiculous, bro. I didn't. That's some genjutsu right there, but like, got my bitch ass. I ain't even think about it like that. Chapters titled that, and everything. I didn't even think about it. Okay, but why would you want? Why would that need to be genjutsu, bro? Like just to show off, bro. Like why? Like why would you? Just to show off, but don't be so shocked, Sonic. This guy's a genjutsu user. If he could really do what we just saw, there'd be no reason for him to not to instantly kill us the same way. Yeah, that's true. Who's shocked? You are. I can see right through it. You think you can full speed of sound Sonic's eyes?
Grim, you gone again. So how's everyone in the chat doing? Been a while. Hope you're all good.
We Gucci, we Gucci. Get up to anything much, boys. Oh, is he back? Oh, he looking.
All right. Sorry. I
There we
don't know.
go.
I don't know
Cool.
what the fuck's going on with that. But either way. Let me know. All right. Little bluffs won't work, will they? I've been watching your fighting style, and it's exactly as I expected. Who? He's been watching their fighting style? It's gotta be that, yeah. It's a bit different to the conforming style of these guys, who adhere to the village. Oh yeah, this guy's currently blessed by God. Garou was talking when he was blessed, so that's fine. But I guess Homeless wasn't giving off crazy radiation, so that's also okay too. I'm just thinking, why doesn't this guy seem more Diesel like? I don't know. When he was walking up at the beginning of the chapter, that was straight. Don't get me wrong, he had that aura up like that. Like right here, that was that thing. But like if it was cosmic, man, if that was bro, the whole thing would change, bro. So I'm talking about like just this interest in general, like right now, like I don't know. I need more heat, bro. I need more fire, bro. For you to be opening your mouth and showing me you're blessed, like. And don't get me wrong. I understand that there's gonna be a range in how powerful you are with the blessing because we saw Homeless. We also saw Sairochi. I'm just the next one I wanted it to be somebody like Cosmic, man. But let's see what this guy is. I could be underestimating him a lot. I could be doing that. Damn, bro. Look at the signature, bro. Just opened his mouth up. Blessed, bro. Oh, let's see, bro. What is this nigga Orochimaru, bro? Did he just pull a cube out of his mouth? Is that like extra space, bro? I don't get this, bro. Cause this adds a lot more speculation. Like, how do you know that you can use that as like space or a storage space? Like, how does that work that way? Like, is it just floating there? Like, weren't you like knocked out or killed or like locked away for a certain or a long period of time? Like, how do you know that you can do that? Because it kind of seemed like he got blessed pretty quickly and then encountered EC and Blast, or then went after Blast. So it didn't seem like he had much time to like really get used to his powers. Like, and we kind of attributed the ability to learn quickly or to adapt to like a lot of things to just Garou's ability in general, not necessarily to like being blessed. So I also wouldn't say that like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like him pulling that out. Cause remember earlier, the dialogue that Flashy like was talking about made it seem as if there's a collaboration going on between Empty Void and God. That like they're trying to find other like disciples or other individuals to be blessed, like actually blessed, and that the school was made with that purpose in mind in particular. So if that's the case, then that would mean that like this guy's not like just some regular minion, but like he's like an acolyte, if you recall him that or something like that. Like he has purpose or he has a different intent than the other individuals that we've seen. Even than Garou himself. Like, cause Garou, God was just trying to negotiate with him just to give him the power and shit. Like, let alone ask him to take a certain like narrative. And we have always speculated as well too that like there seems to be a correlation between wanting to kill humanity or destroy humanity and God, and maybe there could be something to that this is linking to. But we got a whole podcast to elaborate on that. You pass. Who passes, Flashy? A cube. That's the thing that was enshrined in the basement. The other brat is insignificant. What did you say? Oh shit. Coming up from fast too. Don't measure us by your disgusting standards. Oh, you got mad because you talk shit about your boyfriend? We and they were both robbed of our lives as human beings by Void. Thank you for letting us settle this in this symbolic place. I sent Blast away. I'm not as naive as him. I'm going to make you spit out everything you know about the thing that's controlling you. Before you get forfeited. And become part of the trash heap here. Oh shit, okay. So Flash is going after him. Low key, bro, I'm telling you right now, bro, he's not looking stronger than Platinum, bro. He's not even looking stronger than Platinum, bro. Alright, let's see. You out here big fast with it, though. Flash. So when he gets mad, it's this overwhelming? Sonic. He said Sonic up. I excel at combat in the dark, or I have to rely on just my senses. On someone like me, Genjutsu tricks are not gonna work, you think? He's bro, he out here fighting with the cube in his hand, though. Alright, bro. Alright, he got some props, though. Alright, okay, I see you out here. Empty Void. Okay, Cognizant with a tooth. A little bit still. Oh, shit, bro. How about we see, bro? Is he going even faster, bro? He's about to leave his ass? Empty said tighten up, bro. Yo. About to hit him with a 6-piece, bro. Yo, and Flash is petrified. He knows what's going on. He knows what's going on. All right, he backs up off. Impossible. Even the senses. It's not just visual manipulation. The source of a psychic wave that finds the target's fear and then personifies it. Ah, okay, that's what he is. He hit him with some different genjutsu, got into his feelings and shit. What, you about to throw a cube at his ass? You about to hit him with a cube, man? What's that in his hand? Oh, Sonic's head? Oh, shit. Hit him with some more genjutsu, man. Hey, your boy dead. Your boy's dead. Yo. Murata's not playing, bro. Look at Sonic's guts right there, bro. Look at Sonic's left and right hand right there, man. Look at that foot that he used to run around Geno's, bro. Look at that foot right there, bro. You see that bit? And the other little glob right there on the side, bro, that's his meat, bro. To be honest. That's probably his meat.
Man, how'd you recognize that?
Hey, it's not him, bro. Hey. No, nothing like that, man.
You outed yourself, man. You done did it. Everybody knows.
Even cut his head right in half, bro. How's that, man? Top of the next one. Ooh, surprises that? Oh? So you can even make a face like that? Damn, bro. Hit him with the Genjutsu for real, bro. This is real Genjutsu, bro. What was the last dude? The guy from the little psychic group, Tsukuyomi?
Yeah.
He tried to put on a little psychic or like Genjutsu type display that was pitiful.
Mike's gone.
All right, good looks, man. Good looks, man. He hit him with the cube though. Because remember, like Dave touched the cube before. We know that, like, I guess that's what let them see. No, they couldn't see. They couldn't see like God curled up there. They would have reacted to it. That was only what we could see. But I mean, they heard the offer or whatever. They heard the voice whenever they touched it. So is that what? Because that's what he said in the beginning when he pulled it out of his mouth in the first place. He was like, "You're worthy," and now he touched him with it. I guess he's gonna like. Yeah, I guess he's doing his job, bringing Flashy into the presence of God to accept or negotiate the offer. Let's see what happens. Oh. Flash. What the heck is it? Did he point it at Sonic next, bro? Like, what? Is he trying to kill Sonic by that, just by touching him? Sonic, I heard this guy accepted a monster cell. Provoke their inferiority complex, and they'll soon succumb to the temptation and accept the power. That's out of the question. Here it is, bro. Huh? Where am I? Yo! Yo, who's that, bro? Sonic. You're finally awake, Flash. I'm glad I deserted the village with you. Bro, this is like the gay innuendos, bro. What's it? The yaoi? The yaoi innuendos, bro. The feel, bro. Heavy, bro. Like I'm not here for it right now, bro. I'm not feeling it right now, bro. Just saying. He walks up. I see. This is good. What's good, Flash? Oh! That always gets me, dog. Bruh. Scheming on his ass. Sonic, I was having some kind of scary dream. Even any nightmare is better than life in the village. Starting now, the two of us will build the ideal village right here. Let's do our best together, Flash. Yo, the scheme is real, bro. You don't even really gotta know what's going on, bro. You don't, bro. You really don't have to know what's going on, bro. But they probably tricked, super schemed homeless, bitch. Tricked, super schemed. Bro, look at him, bro. About to take the hand and everything, yo. Yo, Flash about to get the offer, bitch. Yo. Tatsumaki turned it down right away, bitch, but not Flashy, bro. Nah, we know Flashy about to struggle. Low-key, he may succumb. Who knows, bro? Shit. Look at that, bro. Start to investigate God, get offered already, bro. Off the bat, bro. Like, it's a treacherous path, bro. It's a treacherous path to take. But we got the squad here. I'm going to leave it right. Damn, that's a nice-ass panel to leave it on, too, right there, bro. Just reaching out to him, bro. That's low-key like that one iconic panel of, like, a man reaching out to touch God. I know there's, like, a different one like that, too, that people have been, like, making up, but damn, bro, that's nice, bro. What's up, boys? What y'all thought about the about 200 and 201?
Yeah, good. Yeah, just like this last chapter especially was nice. I think in the I think the past couple chapters have been okay, but this last one was. I mean, Empty Voids is a bit interesting because he's Genjutsu, so it's a bit of a different fighting style to what we always see. But obviously the god stuff's crazy. It's like when I was reading it, I was freaking out too. Just I didn't think we'd get this. I didn't think this is the way we were going with this fight. Like I didn't think it'd be, oh, by the way, Flash and Sonic are going to both meet God, you know. And I want to know what's going to happen. We will do at some point. But I'll be to see how they overcome this or how they don't overcome this. Maybe we'll see.
Shit was clean.
Yo,
Oh,
What's the issue?
you got like a voice changer on, brother.
yeah.
Hey, bro, you know what's up, bro.
Oh, it's just great. Do you know what's great? That's actually how Empty Void sounds. That's how he's going to sound in the anime. It's got that
She. What up, you bastards? It's good to see you. Let me turn it off though.
Yo,
Swish. All right, I'm back. Clean chapter. A lot of different theories would come up with the last panel, especially with in regards to if Flash is going to take his hand and what's going to happen to Sonic. But yeah, I was satisfied with this chapter.
this chapter was good. I think seeing Empty Void, I wasn't sure. I think I was expecting something like Grim, like him to come out and just start clapping, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, this guy is super strong." But seeing what he did and it kind of being more of a methodical thing, where he seems to be kind of in the recruitment business, yeah, it definitely seems to fit what he's going for. And then him pulling the cube out, I was like, "Yo, this is crazy. What's he gonna do with that?" So it's interesting to see how he's kind of going about his business and kind of tying that into the Ninja Village.
What did you think, Grim?
Shit, bro. There's so much to think. Like, so I don't know. I kind of want to talk shit, but I can't. I want to take it seriously at first. But like, what's coming to my head is like, why would God offer somebody like flashy power? Like, come on, like, you're kind of like you're degrading or tarnishing the offer. But then I remember we offered it to somebody like homeless. So, hey, do what you got to do when it comes to recruiting niggas. I guess when it comes to God. But then at the same time, like, it kind of like makes you question what's really going on here. Because again, like, there's got to be something bigger going on. This is like the first. The way I'm looking at it is like there's this thing that exists that's trying to get to this dimension apparently, or trying to get here, and it's been giving power to things. As far as we know, this is the earliest thing it's given power to, in order to facilitate that. But like, is that really what it's trying to do? Like, how does that work exactly? Like, how is it that like giving these beings powers facilitating him coming through? Like, is there some type of gate like that Blast mentioned that's gonna open after a certain time period? Like, what's that's what makes this puzzling. Like, I'm picturing this is the first cult, like real official cult. I don't know if you guys like ever read like the SCP or heard of the SCP Foundation, but like it reminds me of like the clock guys or something like that. The forgotten something like that. But it's basically a story of like this god that like it's just a mechanical god, and its heart is like a beating gear or something like that. And whenever you bring metal to it, it adds to this like pile. And like when you bring enough stuff to it or whatever, it's supposed to revive this god, and it's supposed to take the body of all these like gears. And that's what reminds me of what this is like. What in particular is God benefiting from by giving these people power? What are they doing? I thought it was to break a gate. That's why Cosmic was beneficial, because he was strong enough to cause so much destruction that a gate would have been broken, as Blast said. But that wasn't the case for Homeless. No gate was mentioned when Sairochi almost or did cut a part of the earth. So that's where my head's at. I'm still trying to add to that bigger puzzle, and this definitely adds an entire other chapter to the equation.
Maybe what God is after is like, I think God's still kind of God wants to break out. That's what Blast is trying to do. He's trying to stop God from breaking out. But maybe he's trying to find maybe like a worthy vessel. Because if you think about the people who he's tried to recruit, let's ignore Homeless for a minute. We'll get on to Homeless in a sec. But like the people he's tried to recruit, like, are Tatsumaki and Garou. And Tatsumaki is one of the strongest characters in the series, and Garou is a guy with insane growth rate and like how he keeps growing stronger and stronger. So maybe it's more along the lines of maybe he wants to break through, but he needs someone who's going to be right for him, because he did try with Garou and he only kind of half got Garou, really. So maybe that was one of his plans. And it kind of made sense.
Because I want you to like rebuttal here. It's not as if he's possessing these people, like he's just blessing them or giving them power. So like, if you were looking like for a worthy vessel, when you say something like that, to me it implies that like he's going to be taking over their bodies. And if that were to be the case, then wouldn't he already be able to do that, or like isn't that already the case? Because you're right. He isn't necessarily controlling the actions of these people, but he's definitely, as we talked about before, there seems to be a correlation in like their intentions of killing humanity.
Yeah. Well, do you think it's to do with like they can't actually handle the power of God? If it's along those lines, like, is that the reason why they keep training people up at the ninja village? Because they're trying to find someone who could be a worthy vessel. Because maybe if Empty Void, if he was Blast's partner, maybe he couldn't even withstand the power of God, and that's why he's not the guy. But that's why I'm saying someone like Garou would make sense, because if Garou is a person who's constantly evolving and growing stronger, he'd make sense to someone who could be that kind of level.
I think that's the prevailing theory, that Saitama is the perfect vessel, and that's why he'll eventually be after him. He'll be able to retain all that power. But I don't know, maybe that's a safe conclusion to jump to. I just don't see enough so far to say that he's looking to possess somebody's body indefinitely. To me, I thought it was more of like, hey, I'm looking to physically come into this dimension. Like, because we still have the whole mystery of what's on the moon, right? There's a ginormous lunar-sized skeletal structure buried on the moon, on the backside of the moon. That's what we saw. What is that? We've also seen in Homeless Illusions an individual standing on the moon. Coincidentally of a similar proportional size as what we saw the skeletal structure that was dug inside of it. So are we supposed to just like I think that has something to do with him coming here. That has to.
Well, is it that maybe I'm wrong to say there's a vessel for him, but maybe it is literally an agent to break him out? Like, if he's trapped in the moon, does he need someone strong enough to go and basically, I guess, bust him out? Not fully like that, but you know,
we've already surpassed that. Like the power that cosmic, or excuse me, that God was told on Cosmic was more than enough to bust a moon, as we saw.
That's true, but at the same time, you've also got people who are there to stop that. So, like, if Blast knows like God's getting through, he needs someone who's going to be strong enough to stop Blast as well, right?
For this particular aspect of the argument, I feel like if it was a physical attack that were needed to release God or to break God free, and Blast was aware of it and that he was on the moon, I think there would have been more emphasis on like protecting the moon itself, which there wasn't. But that's with the assumption that God is aware that there's something on the moon, and that, or excuse me, that Blast is aware that there's something on the moon, and that Blast is aware that like busting the moon would break God free, which I don't think that's the case, or I don't think it's been revealed that way. So that's why I'm go ahead.
Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't fully remember this. I know, like, at one point when Saitama and Garou were fighting, Blast was concerned about God breaking free, and like that's when he was like, "We need to work to make sure the seal doesn't break."
Yes, a gate was mentioned.
Yes, was that when they clashed with the serious punches? He's just doing his washing, guys. Don't worry about it. It's all right.
That had to have been, the only clash. Remember, because that was the only. Saitama only showed up one time whenever Blast was there to fight Garou, and it was whenever he was gonna unleash that big ass, that bat, the super serious punch when he was just.
Yeah, I just remember if it was when he was transformed for the first time, or into Cosmic, or when it was the clash, because the clash would have damaged the moon. I mean, we saw what it did to like the stars. There was just a hole in the sky in space. Just where things didn't exist. Your mic's gone, by the way, mate.
What do you mean by transformed? Like, do you mean when Cosmic had like elevated in power, or when he had become Cosmic?
When he awakened. Yeah, so when he awakened as Cosmic.
Yeah, it was after that point.
Because I didn't know about, because that's when we saw like the images of God, like actually the big footsteps. So I couldn't remember if it was then or that's all it was. All the serious punch clash.
So then,
Just
go ahead. Yeah.
no. I was actually just gonna say just ideas. That's all it was. Yeah, keep going. Really thought I'm interrupting you.
No, same thing. That's Satsuki and Sundown. What are you guys thinking about this topic?
I definitely do think God is looking for a vessel to have a body to be on Earth in some capacity. So maybe I don't know if it's a matter of strength is definitely a factor, but I don't know if that's the only factor in finding the right person to stay on Earth. Is probably a combination of being strong enough and I don't know if malicious is the word I want to use, but something like that. Because the people that he's been trying to take over thus far have, you know what I'm saying, are kind of shaky in their morality a little bit with Flashy Flash and then Tatsumaki. Tatsumaki, I guess, less so because she's not a killer. She's just bratty. But I definitely think that God is looking for vessels. I can't really see it any deeper than that. I guess the question is why take on people that are clearly weaker than other people that you may have had, but maybe it's just to fight Blast to find those people. Maybe it's just a segue to finding more people.
It could also just be about spreading influence. Like, the moment like Homer's got the power, he was preaching about God all the time.
That is true.
So it could even just it's spreading the word of God, I guess, is what he's really doing.
It's funny you put it like that. That's exactly what's going on. So, Empty Void. Your thoughts on like this guy in particular, like just alone, Empty Void, his entrance, what we were hearing about him before, like how does it contrast to what you thought he would be like to what he is right now? Like, I kind of underestimated him at first, but I think he's kind of playing with Flashy. How do you guys feel about that? How do you guys feel about Empty Void?
I think we got what we should expect, given that he was someone that was a comrade of Blast. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're as strong as Blast, but you would think that he was going to keep around somebody that's relative to an S-class hero. And then when you take that as a foundation and then you give them God's powers, I think what he did in this chapter isn't too surprising. How he was handling Sonic and Flash. Oh shit. The illusion powers are pretty interesting. I hope we see more of that. I hope it doesn't just stay with him trying to influence them through God and then it just stays like that. I want to see more fights with this specific power in mind, because we don't really see illusion powers too much like that. And definitely not on this scale. Definitely not on this scale. So he's interesting.
There could be some really creative ways that Murata, especially Murata, could take like illusion powers
Mm-hmm.
and how he uses them against people. Like, I would be interested to see how Sonic would react to stuff. Like, even like we'll talk about like Sonic and God as well. Like, because they both, in my head, they both got to say no. I can't see either Sonic or Flashy agreeing with the deal with God. But like, how would characters deal with these kind of illusions, especially like if they. Is he literally just going to feed on their fears, or is it going to be like, oh, I'm here? No, you're actually attacking. Like he's going to, like Empty Void's coming at me. I'm going to attack him. No, you're actually attacking Sonic instead. Is it going to be that kind of thing, or like if you've seen like the second Spider-Man film, of like the new Marvel ones, like what Mysterio does, like that crazy stuff, that could be really cool to see. But we'll see. Like he's only messing with him at this point. He hasn't thrown a single attack at him apart from like hitting them with the cube. Like he's dodging, he's using Genjutsu on him. He hasn't actually hit him with any sword attack or any technique at all.
I think it's also interesting what he does for the story with psychic powers, because we already thought that was a very versatile power, but now we know that it can also go into this realm of illusions. So, yeah, psychic powers can not do everything, but it can do a lot in the story.
Because we also knew he was the guy who could open the gate to God, Empty Void. So, do we think that psychic powers have anything to do with God in particular now? And maybe that's part of their origin?
What do you mean
I
by
wouldn't-
that?
I wouldn't-
Open the gate.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, that's what they said. Empty Void was the way they could get through to God's dimension, right?
Where does it say that?
Earlier chapters. It's when Blast is talking about Empty Void for the first time.
Yeah, I think you're right. He does mention something like that when they're talking to
That's
Blast.
why that's why they want to turn him back into a human, because then they can get through to God.
So that was probably 186.
No, it's a lot earlier than that.
Really?
It's when Saitama and Flashy are talking to.
When they do the monster test, right?
Yeah, and with Hamkichi. I'll have a quick look. Keep talking, guys. Quick look.
Okay.
I hate going to these bougie sites. Why do they just send a pop-up link called Booty Heroes? I do not like going to these sites, dog.
Hey, that's iconic. What's up, Sundown? How do you feel about Empty Void?
I'm really happy with what we've seen so far. I think there was a lot of room to have someone come into the story who was just kind of another kind of physical specimen, physical fighter type of thing. And whereas that would have been welcome, like seeing him outpace Flash or whatever it might have been, outstrength Flash, I really like that we've now got a different take on it. He seems to be a psychic, has Genjutsu. And it's, yeah, like Satsuki was saying, it's on another level. So I'd really like to see. I think the one thing I was actually a little bit disappointed in was his entrance was so disgusting, so flashy, and then it just happened to be Genjutsu. I was like, oh man, I kind of really wanted that entrance to be like just the entrance. It would have been such an iconic way. Imagining that animated at some point. They probably would have had to censor most of it, but that would have been the most iconic entrance for any villain in One Punch Man. And yeah, they kind of took that away with just like, oh yeah, the chicken noodle soup moment. That was not true. That didn't happen. So I was like, oh, man. So other than that, seeing him hold the cube while he's just kind of dancing around with Flash, dude smiling, evading these attacks while Flash is kind of quite annoyed. It really just goes to show this guy he's on another level. He is probably the guy that was fighting on a level with Blast. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what more he can do besides just like smacking cubes into people's heads and sending them into a different dimension. Yeah, so it would be really cool to see what he's gonna do. And it seems like he has a good idea of like what God or maybe just himself, like he has a good idea of the threshold they're looking for in terms of power, in terms of person. Because he knows Sonic isn't the one. He's like, nah, that guy's not it. But Flash, he's just like, yep, this dude, we could use someone like that. So then I'm assuming he knows that if they accept it, there's a corruption of character as well, as opposed to someone who keeps their morality and then gets the power of God.
There's also just been a lot of Sonic slander the past like few chapters. In terms of just like the story, because of like everyone's like Sonic's nothing really, and while he isn't at that level, do you think would you like a big power boost for Sonic soon?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up taking the power, just because throughout this chapter and in previous chapters, Sonic has had to come to terms with Flashy Flash, who was his childhood friend, who they were probably were relative in strength. I mean, Sonic taught Flashy Flash. So to see someone like that surpass him vastly and him to be disrespected to the point where people aren't even looking at him, I wouldn't be surprised if he took that power. It's very akin to the whole Majin Vegeta thing. What happened in that arc.
It's fair. Oh, thanks for the shout out, Grim. Cheers.
You already know.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
M for Matt. That's great.
No.
What a pal.
No, but
I'm
go ahead.
I don't have my G necklace on today, but we'll match it one day. It's okay.
That'd be nice if you had one. No, I definitely agree. That's what the setup is. That's why we've been getting like the development that we have been so far. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it didn't really like make sense or correlate in terms of power that these guys would be together or be like being compared as they were. But it was all to build that emotional connection. Like, that's what these guys are. That, to me, that's what the setup is for. To not only have their relationship or their friendship or like Flashy's influence on Sonic in turn to be the reason why he at the end of the day doesn't take the offer, but all the envy that we've seen from Sonic, all the strife and hard work that we've seen him put in, as is definitive as part of his character, to go after power in terms of like Saitama as the pinnacle, for example, him taking the monster cell like as an example of like him or unintentionally being willing to sacrifice his physical appearance and his literal humanity just to become stronger. So like, it's not as if all the pieces have not already been set up for him to take this deal. Like, that's 100% the case. Like, Sonic should take this deal from all the from everything that has been built up for this character. He should take this deal, but this is like, we have shonen aspects to the seinen, and he's not gonna take it because Flash is there. But 100%, I think the story has built up Sonic to take this power. And if Flashy wasn't here and it was offered to him, not only that, this is the other thing, the other compelling reason as to why Sonic should take this offer. We just saw how persuasive it was for Flashy himself. It wasn't like it wasn't like Bang for Garou or Blast for Tatsumaki, where we could clearly see something was wrong or a little bit off there. Like, this is kind of really, really subtle. Like, he didn't even like say, hey, take my hand so you can get this power or anything like that. Like he was talking to Garou. Like, no, this was like, hey, bro, let's just get out of here. Like, some type of flashback like that. Like, it was such a subtle form of like deception that you almost want to say it's not God. You almost want to say that it's more of Void's Genjutsu that has him here. But I think this is definitively God's offer, and I think definitively because we saw the whole the gray matter on the side of the kid's face of Kid Sonic's body or whatever, that this is how deceitful it can be. You don't even have to really know what's going on, but once you take that hand, you're blessed.
I'm interested to see what Sonic is seeing, because that's Flashy Flash's whole, I guess, setup. I'm interested to see how he's going to try to get Sonic. But just in terms of like, Sonic is already eating a monster cell, so it's not like he's above trying to get power through monsterization or any other form like that. So I think what would be really compelling for the story is if he doesn't get tricked, but instead willfully takes the power. I think that would be much more that will heighten the level of impact on the story when it comes to Flashy Flash and how he feels about it, if it happens.
One of the main ways I see Sonic not taking the power is if it's not Flashy who shows up to in his vision, but it's Saitama.
Oh god.
And he's like, instead of him being like, you want true power, you want to see what my level's like. And the moment God turns around, just like, shuriken, just straight at his head. He's like, Saitama, we meet again at last. Just boom. And like immediately starts attacking him. And he's like, fuck this kid. That's the only way I could see, like, I will argue as a counterpoint, maybe, but there's almost like a theme of underestimating Sonic, and maybe that's what we're doing a bit too. I fully get your points throughout what you've said. I do. It makes a lot. Everything you said makes sense. But my main thing is, like, I feel like us as readers and us and people in the story often go, "Oh, Sonic isn't all that," and sometimes he isn't, definitely. But there's times when he is. Like, I remember when he went when up against Deep Sea King, I was like, "Oh, there's no way he can beat Deep Sea King." And then he starts doing really well against him. Geno starts out speeding him. Sonic and me starts out speeding back. And the main one I bring up is recently when Flashy starts fighting. He's like, "Oh, he's down now. There's no way." And Sonic just gets up like nothing because he's been going up against Saitama. Like that, his growth is subtle, but it's there. And maybe it's not in the sense of we're all kind of. I fully get why we're saying yes, Sonic. It makes sense thematically for him to take the power, but I think there's a part of him that if he doesn't take the power, that's growth in himself as well. Because yeah, I remember when he took the monsters, I was really disappointed because I really thought Sonic was going to have like a redemption and everything like that. But he's had the diarrhea, that's fine. I just want to see. I think if he doesn't take the power, I'll be fascinated as to why. I'll be fascinated either way because if he takes the power, you guys are absolutely right with everything you've said. That's exactly why he'd take it, because he wants to grow stronger. He's ready to do whatever it takes to get stronger. He's got no problem with that. But I would love to see him say no because there's a different way for him now. Because we've seen that like Flashy's grown from like his experiences. Like when he got beat by Garou and Platinum, literally in the last chapter, he's talking about he has to grow in different ways because sometimes just things don't work out the way you want to. Maybe Sonic has that. I know Sonic is a lot more arrogant than Flashy, but I think there could be a way for Sonic to ignore this wish. But we also don't know unless someone intervenes how someone gets out of there. So would someone intervene with his wish?
I would like if he doesn't take the power. This is how I would like things to go. If he doesn't take the power, I would like him to be the one to save Flashy Flash, to at least give him some sense of superiority in a sense. Like maybe he isn't as strong as Flashy Flash, but he's more mentally tough. I would like to see that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that. Go ahead, Sundown.
I'd be surprised if the offer was made to him in the first place.
Damn.
No, it's not. It's not because I undervalue him.
It.
And I think Matt. Yeah, exactly. It's because our boy Empty Void said, "Yeah, you ain't getting none of this, boy. You're not the one that's worth my time at the moment." Flash seemed to be the one he was preoccupied with. Now, kind of like what Matt was saying, Empty Void has already made the assumption that loads of the characters and us as readers have made as well, which is we undervalue and we underestimate Sonic. But at the moment, it doesn't look like Empty Void is kind of thinking of him as someone worthy of being offered. Now, whether he is then offered depending on Flash's response, and kind of Empty Void trying to push Flash into kind of accepting it or something like that. Maybe there might be something there, like a threat or kind of forcing Sonic into it. But yeah, I don't. At the moment, it doesn't look like that's the way they're gonna go.
I mean, here's the other part about this, because this makes things more interesting. We already kind of knew that this was possible with Homeless, like that we were going to be able to offer anybody, but like this opens up the possibilities to anybody out here on the spectrum. Like, not only is it not just the cubes that are measuring if you're capable or not, but now we have one acolyte who's actively doing that as well. That's not to say that like that's not to say that the cube couldn't have turned down Sonic or Flashy, for example, for some reason. I'm just saying it looks like Empty Void has a pretty good idea of what God wants and what the cube wants, or what the threshold is for being acceptable. And it seems to correlate exactly with what we're pointing out, or what was been made clear, or what Matt mentioned or championed in the beginning, that like they're looking for a strong vessel to empower this, or to bless. So like, fuck Sonic, bro. Like, go find Darkshine. It's like there are plenty of other individuals who have crazy potential, or crazy individual attributes that outshine anything that Sonic has been portrayed to have. Like, even as like as hardworking as Sonic is shown to be, is that not the entire storyline of Darkshine to an extreme? To the point that his body has like been transformed, to the point that we don't even know what his defensive limit is at this very moment. Like, sure, we could talk about it being golden, but that was after he had endured Super Alloy Garou for an entire like beating, bro. An entire beating, bro. Like, that's after he had been acidified by fear, bro. Like, imagine blessing Darkshine. Like, we already tried with Tatsumaki, so who else is there to bless? That's one of the things that I'm looking forward to. The fact that this opens up for real as a second example of the fact that we could try and bless anybody out there.
Do we see any heroes, S-class heroes in particular, taking it though?
Taking it?
I'm not pausing.
Oh, like sex.
Hey, bro.
You got it.
What are you like? You are such a joker.
Yo.
Oh God, I missed this.
The reason I ask is just because Flashy Flash, at least to me, would be whoa, no. Other than Puri Puri, there's not really any other S-class heroes who have questionable morality like that.
Metal Knight. Metal Knight's probably the closest.
Yeah,
Metal Knight. That's true.
Yeah, maybe would it even work on Drive Knight?
Metal Knight is a weird case though, because I don't know how that would work.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like any morally, I guess, Metal Knight, maybe Drive Knight, if Drive Knight does have a human body of some kind. We assume that, like, I mean, do robots have a soul? Can he affect things that aren't living?
That's actually an interesting question.
Let's see. I'm thinking
I don't think there's anybody else. I mean, Puri Puri would be a disaster, dude.
That would be insane.
I don't even want to see it.
That prison would be barricading underground, man. They'd be like, "No, please, God."
He would have a full-on Sailor Moon transformation, and I mean,
Oh my God.
Sailor Moon transformation.
Okay.
Amai maybe as well, depending on what they do with Amai.
Yeah.
He possibly could. I don't know, not many others though, really. McCoy, get McCoy Cosmic.
Oh. He lifts up the eye patch and there's just a galaxy waiting behind it.
Oh my God, what a twist that would be. That'd be insane. Cosmic McCoy awakened.
Shit, bro.
He's like the guy from Inuyasha who's got like the tunnel on his hand.
Oh, Moroku.
There you go. Yeah.
Wind tunnel. That's my boy.
But no, I don't know anyone else who would so far, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're saying that, but like, I don't know. I think it's just
you want
naive of us to trust every single character's every single, every single character's moral value. Like the entire point that like multiple heroes and villains have been pointing out is that like, these people are flawed. Like Flash in particular is flawed.
Not many people join the Hero Association just to become good heroes. A lot of people have ulterior motives like wealth, fame, money. You know, they wanted things when they joined the Hero Association. I would think about it, there's only a few heroes who just joined because I want to make a difference, you know? So they're definitely flawed, but in the sense of being at such a low point that they take a deal with God for power. If we're talking like the main cast, right now the answer's no. But maybe like, apart from Darkshine and Metal Knight being the only ones that we can currently see like that. But it can change. You're definitely right, Grim.
And the thing is, it's not like they know that they're getting power from God. They're being tricked. So, I mean, just imagine Metal Bat being offered this power, and then he has Zen Cole, I don't know, like say, "Hey, I need to hurry up to my recital. Help me, bro."
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
It like he'll take that 100. He won't even think about it. It's just on instinct. So,
What if Darkshines was when he got the weights from the mail as a kid and like the training kit? It was just the mailman being like, "Sign here," and then it was just
god.
like, "Here you go." Whoa!
Yeah, I mean, it's depending on what he does. This is an easy way to trick them into
Yeah.
That's why that might be why he gets them at like such a low point in their morality, because I was trying to think if there was an actual reason behind the transformation, because that seems to be a monster transform. It might just be because it's easy to fool people when they're at their lowest. You know, like people are he's looking for answers, looking for trying to understand what's going on. He's like, "Hey, I can give you a hand. Just, you know, trust me."
True.
I personally
wonder-
disagree. Oh, good.
I was gonna say, I wonder if there's any like limits to what he can do when he's offering his power. Like, does he have to do it in a very specific way? Because I don't know. If I was him, I would probably be. I'll be trying to do it in the cheapest way. I don't know.
Well, this is the thing.
If you touch the box, you get my power. That's how I do it.
What?
Yeah, bro. That's how it is. You touch the box, you getting blessed. That's it.
I'm like, hey, bro, you want a pizza? Some stupid shit.
The thing about him though is he doesn't ever hide his disguise fully. He always like has to show like a bit of his body, right? He's never once like fully disguised himself as this being, apart from for our readership. Like, oh my god, it's God. But like when he saw Blast, when he saw Tatsumaki, when he saw Flash, and even when we did discover Boom Bomb when he saw Homeless, he just showed up as God basically, not in the form that we know him as, but just like a light form. Like he never once. So there's got to be so maybe he can't lie to them in that sense. Like they have to be like,
yes,
they know we're taking a.
That's what I was gonna say, because every single one of them has acknowledged that, or who God is. Homeless acknowledged it. Sairochi acknowledged it, I believe. That's the only one I'm a little shaky on, but I'm pretty sure she acknowledged it. Garou acknowledged it. And now Void acknowledged it. So everybody acknowledges that there is God and they are receiving power.
Yeah, it all comes in the form of help, some assistance. So it has to be, the question has to be posed as I'm going to help you.
And he always does his utmost to like make sure they try not to recognize it's him though as well. Like he hides his face. Even like this last panel with Sonic, the whole side of his body is deformed like God is, but everything else looks completely normal. So
his hands does have the veins coming through though.
Damn,
so that's something
crazy.
that's something Flash might see possibly.
I didn't even think about it like that, to like pose it as
Wasn't that vascular when we were kids? You're lying.
I didn't even think about it to like try and restrict it down to even like the phrasing that he has to use, but that may be true. Like, I mean, we didn't see the phrasing that was used to negotiate with Homeless. There wasn't anything really with Sairochi, I don't think. But Garou, we saw dialogue. Tatsumaki, we saw dialogue. And Now here with Flash, we saw dialogue. So amongst those three, if those three instances have like dialogue where like he's posing a question or he's offering the assistance or the ability to help and they take it, then I agree. Then yeah, that's what's required. But
well, he definitely offers help with the you finish your visual voice that I'll say. I'm just looking something in the chapter.
Okay, because I was gonna readdress the Sairochi thing that I think she was in need to overwhelm Orochi, or else she was gonna be swallowed up by Orochi, and that's why she took the offer, I guess. Like, I would have to reread that exactly there, but I think that's how it happened. Go ahead.
He has to say something along the lines of "Let's do it together." So even just reading Flash, he's like, "Let's do our best together, Flash." Like, if I remember with Blaster Tatsumaki, he's like, I'll help you. Basically, he's trying to be like, let's do this as a team, basically. And the moment you say that, you take the hand, that's it. That's when God's got you.
Mm-hmm.
He has to, something about his wording, he has to say basically, like a deal with the devil is pretty much what it is. He has to say his particular wording, and then they have to agree to that.
Would you?
What's up?
Would you?
What? Get power from God? If I didn't know any better, sure, yeah.
What do you mean? What? How do you know better now?
Well, I'd be very curious. So, like, hang on a minute. Why am I 6 again? And why am I talking to my best mate? This is insane. God would be like, "Oh, I didn't mean you. Sorry about that." And then I was like, "Oh, there's no way." I'd probably get tricked.
Yeah, probably would true. I mean, like,
Questions. Go on. No. You go.
Because it depends on how we're gonna phrase the scenario, right? Like, are we acknowledging that this is like some supernatural instance, in that we're gonna get power? Is that what we all have an understanding of, or is it like how it's happening here, to where like you have a flat? Let's say you're playing or something like that. You fall down, bump your head, and you have what feels like a flashback of like something that happened in your childhood, and then you agreeing to take the help of somebody means that you agree to like this deal, or like this deal with the devil, as it were. Is that how we're phrasing it, or like how are we looking at the scenario? How does it actually happen?
It could be all of the above, man.
Shit. One bad bitch is all they need to make me fold. I'm taking the hand immediately.
Just turns around to Buki with God's face, and he just runs and jumps at it.
Come on, Satsuki. Let's go to bed together.
You take both my hands.
He agrees to it. He takes her hand. Oh, damn. Now he's blessed.
Just full on hugs her. Give me everything.
Oh, shit, bro. The exact opposite of Garou, bro. He slapped his hand away. Satsuki finna just lick that shit. He finna, come here, daddy.
Okay.
I'm looking at how Tatsumaki was offered it. I'm trying to see where Garou got it, or how it happened for Garou.
It's after Saito basically punches out his monster form, and he's like, "Oh shit, the world's unfair." And then he's like, "Yeah, the bang goes like the world isn't fair, Garou, but we could do it better together."
Yeah, I see it now. He says, "And here I am." This is Garou, and here I am trying to help you. Well, this is not the whole dialogue. The whole dialogue is Garou. Your deepest wish is now on the verge of falling apart into futility at the hands of a single hero. There's only one fist that can counter the fist that has turned against God. What do you think that is? And here I am trying to help you out. There's no master who would just sit back and watch as their student gets beaten. Come. So yeah, in every instance, and with Tatsumaki, what he said was, where is that? Tatsumaki, you were so close. If you had just a little more power, you could have wiped out the enemy all by yourself. Tatsumaki, thanks to my training, I gained the ability to give power to others. Come, take power from me, and we can strike down your enemies together. So yeah, in every instance, he has to come with the he has to come with
Take
with
my
him
hand.
being clear. Well, yeah, with him being clear that he's offering his assistance.
And we'll do it together. The main thing is he's basically like, let's do this together. He doesn't have to say like exactly that, as long as he's just being like, we'll work and help each other out. And then immediately he's like, right, got you.
First in the chat said maybe be turned up as a bad bitch. Easy money. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
That's what I probably wouldn't, because like, there's no way this girl's talking to me. That's that. Someone's like, God, is that you? And he's like, oh, shit.
I'm over here reading 127 and 128. I found it. Where they get blessed. The cover page 128 reads, "The union of deeply rooted malice and psychic powers. The greatest evil has borne fruit." And then I'm trying to find the dialogue where she gets, "Oh yeah, bro." That's exactly what it was, bro. Yeah, I remember this. I remember this because the live reaction for this chapter got flagged because of the thumbnail. the I don't know if y'all can
I
see
wonder
it.
why.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Cause niggas edited this panel, bro. It was this panel, bro. We made this panel right here the thumbnail. I don't know if y'all can see it, bro, but
We can see it.
Which one? Hang on.
oh shit! I forgot what I made the
Iconic
caption, but that
panel.
dude was funny as hell, bro. And they flagged that
That's
shit.
you, dude. You were rocking that one for months.
Oh shit! But that's what it was. She was fighting for possession in the fusion, and I think she was about to lose.
And then she jumped out doing the whole, I have. Then this one.
No. She still hasn't even been blessed yet.
Should be after this, right?
Yeah, so that means she managed to wrestle Orochi. Damn, bro.
Well, she did a 50-50 job, right? Like he was half in control, she was half in
That's
control.
true. Yeah, that's right. The whole half a. You're right. Where the fuck? Come on. Still though, bro. That's still pretty impressive. Psychos is shit. Come on, bro.
Damn.
An iconic chapter, if there ever was one. Come on, get in these cheeks, God. Oh, damn. Look at this building, bro.
What?
That shit look good, dog. Bro.
What?
Oh,
that
mate, it's
shit
been
look
so
good.
long. How are you enjoying the hallways, Grim?
Bruh, it's been a minute, bro. This man, stop putting in that, bro. It's been a minute, bro. Yo, it's been a minute. Bro. Yo, it's been a minute since I read this part, bro. Tatsu was a trip, yo! Yo! Tatsumaki, bro. Tatsumaki, bro. Yo.
She was going off this arc. Just cool as hell.
I did a massive 180 on Tatsumaki, and most of this arc is the reason.
Bro. Man. Alright, well let's get to the shit. Where is God, bro? Where that's
Okay, it has to happen soon
Yeah.
after this chapter.
About here-ish, if I remember. 'Cause you should see
Yeah.
the flashback. You keep looking at. I'm going to try and see if I can find the homeless stuff. Keisha, what did you think of the past couple chapters?
Yeah.
Oh, Keisha in there?
Tell us
Good,
about the
Keisha.
shit.
Genjutsu. When are we getting to the taijutsu?
We've had nothing but taijutsu before this. What are you on about? We've had 7 years of taijutsu with Garou.
That was the point. Well, I don't think they can actually use real ninjutsu. You know, for what you would want in this world, anyway. Do you really want more of, I throw rocks? Yeah, the chapters have been pretty nice. You know, wasn't really expecting to see, you know, that man so soon, anyway.
What did you think of his powers?
I wasn't expecting to go the whole genjutsu route, like illusionary arts. That's different.
Is that chapter, Grum 132?
I mean, he's got the physical prowess, obviously, or otherwise he wouldn't be, you know, palling around with Blast. But I'm not sure, is the genjutsu like his original abilities, or is that due to the whole god influence?
That's an
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
That's an interesting question.
Because I mean, the only time we ever really saw it goes straight into the whole deal thing. So it's like, what? You know, like, is this part of it? Did it just get amplified? Is this new to him? You know. Or is it just God doing his deal making shit?
Okay. Here it is. Yeah. What? This is. She saw God. And then she declares she's going to kill humanity. I will use this power to absorb all living things as nourishment for my flesh roots.
Still wish they had called it something other than flesh roots. I mean, it's what it is, but still weird.
Okay, so we did
I
confirm
wonder-
she was in need. Go ahead.
I wonder if because we were wondering about the whole psychic power connection to God. I wonder if God is the root of psychic powers.
Yeah, like the source.
Definitely could be.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just from everything, all the crazy things it can do.
A lot of this is never going to be answered, excuse me. A lot of this isn't going to be answered until we get like the final resolution to it, and I like that. I like that there's going to be a consistent mystery, but man, would I want some like badassery, bro? Like, don't get me wrong, we've kind of already gotten it with the possession of Garou. We've gotten that, but I don't know. I'm interested. Like, I'm interested. Are there other acolytes aside from Empty Void? Are there other individuals that know or that have a task that they're going about doing? Like, are there others that have been blessed out there? Like, because that means that no, he was asleep, right? He was knocked out. He wasn't really awake.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't around when Homeless, Sairochi, and Garou were blessed. So we still can't say that there have been more than one blessed person at the same time, can we? Or can we?
Yeah, because if you count Sairochi and Homeless, then yeah, they were both around at the same time.
Homeless was not clapped. You're right.
Yeah. But the question is, like, why would they not have acted if, like he was asleep because he fought against Blast and lost, right? So the question is, if someone else was currently blessed and still and active, why weren't they doing anything? Like, what was the answer to them? Because if go on.
Say that again?
So, if someone was blessed by God, and they weren't unconscious let's say it was during the whole Mott Association, let's say someone else in the world was blessed. Why were they not doing anything? Because it seems like the moment anyone gets powered by God, they just start tearing shit up. Just like any monster when they first transform, they're on that high. They just start tearing up everything. So why would they not have acted and done anything on behalf of God?
I think you're talking about in the case of homeless because as far as if I'm remembering correctly, it said that when he got blessed, he went to go fight Blast. He got clapped, and he just recently woke up. So now he's like...
Empty void, yeah.
Yeah. So he's been like scheming, and I guess that would go in line to what like Homeless was doing. Homeless was also scheming, or he had a prerogative and plan. He said he was only with these guys so he could beat the heroes, and then he would go on to kill humanity. So I guess they're scheming? Is that the answer?
But like this comes back to what we were talking about earlier. Why does God need a vessel? Why is God doing everything that he's doing? You know, that's what it all comes back to. Is we just
confusing part is so if God is kind of giving people powers to kind of suit his own goals or needs, a lot of them seem to go default to, all right, well, time to kill humanity, and you just say, all right, cool, but then you would have thought God's main priority would have been getting into the physical world, whether that's opening up a gate or something like that. That seems to be with Empty Void. That seems to be why he's so dangerous, because he can open up a gate. I'm not sure if there's only one possible gate that can be opened. So I would have thought if he's offered someone power, the first thing would have been the priority of like getting God into the world. And maybe is there a reason for killing the entirety of humanity?
Yes, that's the real question. Like, if this guy is able to open the gate, why haven't you opened the gate?
Well, maybe that's what God's goal is. Maybe if God's goal is literally like, hey, destroy all life, then he's like, look, guys, take your time. I'm all right in here. Like, I've got a stretch anyway. I've been cramped in the moon for ages. You guys just go kill everyone. Grab me when you're done. It's all right. You got my power. It's like, it comes down to like, I guess like ancient legends, like gods won't normally do stuff by themselves, like especially Greek ones. They would not they normally like have a champion for it. It's not because the gods weren't strong, but they'd always choose someone to kind of act on their behalf.
So you're saying that God won't come until his champions have done all the heavy lifting. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe he might do, yeah.
So he's waiting for a champion to... No, we can't. No, bro. They said this guy is the guy who can open the gate. First, answer what that means. What does that mean?
It means he's got the set of keys, and he has to go through them. But like, he finds the right one eventually. When he does, he can open. Also, he can open to where God is. We know he was inactive for a while because we've seen the flashback of when Flash and Sonic see him in the health tube. Really, he only woke recently. Am I right in saying he only woke recently?
Yes, but he's looking for a vessel. If he was the final solution, which his title would kind of make you assume, then why would he be looking for vessels? And instead of like, why would he not be looking for the gate?
Maybe there's... I don't know. You know what? I just don't know. I'll just say that.
Yeah, there definitely seems to be some sort of like priority in terms of God isn't immediately like just saying, all right, well, now you've got my powers, you better go open up this damn gate. It's kind of just like, oh, you've got my powers, go have fun with it. Like Matt's saying, there seems to be this initial high of like, all right, I'm just going to tear shit up now. But yeah, I think the thing that confuses me still is the kind of overall plan doesn't seem to be, all right, I need to do this, and then I need to go open up this gate. It seems to be very kind of freeform. So that's why I'm a bit confused as to why these powers are being given out. It doesn't really seem to fulfill anything that God needs to do, if we're right about his actual goal being to get into the current world.
Maybe he just doesn't feel like it.
Maybe he's scared of Saitama.
Maybe mean, if I saw a guy that bold, I would be scared too, man.
He
Ain't got
knows
nothing to lose.
he's at least seen partially what Saitama can do, right? Because he would have seen that Saitama like split the ocean, like evil natural ocean.
I think you've seen everything.
Well, yeah, he's seen the fist. He know like if the fist against God is Saitama, like Garou believes, then even if he doesn't even necessarily remember like the cosmic stuff, that might be another champion. He's like, look, there's no point in doing this because Saitama's just gonna kill us. So we need someone who's gonna get him.
I forgot about the declaration there. That was confusing at the time period, but yeah, it could only be meaning that it was Saitama, the fist against God.
That's what Garou thought. I think God's right on that one.
Man. The reread when the story's done, like putting together all the Easter eggs that I know one has been like sprinkling everywhere, it's gonna be spectacular. I'm looking forward to it. And maybe it won't be as intense as like One Piece, but like maybe it'll be more intense.
Fun. It'll be a fun read. All the same, mate. I'll read it. It's gonna be a page turner.
Well, I meant as intense. I meant as in like in the intricacies of the mysteries or whatever.
Oh,
like,
definitely, yeah.
But
well,
no.
that's what's fun is like when we've picked up stuff. It's like when we were early on in the Motor Association when we were like, doesn't the moon look like an eye? And then months later, it's like, oh, that's not just an eye, mate.
Bro, yes, bro. Like, bro, you just had to follow the journey along, bro. That's what makes like this so cool. We've done a podcast from literally since before the Monster Invasion arc, literally since before then, because we pointed out all those things we read along in the podcast. Like we were talking about the moon being like peculiar. We're getting like some odd shots of it, and niggas thought we were just talking like it was like the hallways and shit. We were just hyping up hallways or like empty features of the chapter that like didn't really mean anything. But no.
You were hyping
moon.
it always.
Hey, bro.
It's gonna come back. No, Keisha, it's gonna come back. We're gonna get to that final fight, and there's like the hallways. They meant something.
Oh yes, they were the hallways to the end of the world.
Hey, we saw all kinds of ruins, bro.
Right off at that nook in the corner. Fucking designers always with their architectural dreams.
Like, if anything, the fact that like we got that one panel of like Saitama standing in the center of that room that had like a bunch of different stairs or whatever, that's like Murata and well, mainly Murata like shouting out that like, yeah, you are supposed to be paying attention to like the architecture that I'm drawing here. Like, it is specific. Enjoy it or whatever. To me, that's what that means. But
it means he's a good artist. We should be watching. We should just look at the art and appreciate it. That's what it is.
That shit gas, bro. That shit was gas. I'm looking forward to more. But I think that was the main part of these past few chapters. Flashy Flash is about to. He's been softened up. Not just the past few chapters, but the past like few chapters. He's been softened up to like Sonic, to make him vulnerable enough to like be swayed by him. So that's the current expectation, I think, at least on my end. I know you guys also mentioned it as well, so that's probably unanimous for the podcast. But just personally, I think if Flash is not going to take the deal, it's going to be because Sonic interferes or because he realizes that. No, it has to be because Sonic interferes. The dialogue here is too perfect, bro. Why would you not take his hand? Why would you not?
You talking about Flash?
Yeah.
I said he might notice the veins on his hand. That's the one giveaway that he could pay attention to.
Also, because he actually has prior knowledge to God as well, so it's not like he's going in like not knowing who this guy. He knows who God is. He knows what he's expecting at least to some degree because Blaster's told him about it. So he might realize at some point, like, nope.
But this is not the same thing, though. This is not the same. Like, every instance that he's encountered God has not been this. Like, we haven't seen persuasion this strong. Like, sure, we've seen a scenario of this dreamlike state before, but, like, there's no guarantee that Flash is going to recognize this as an offer.
That's true. And that's why I think that's true. I'm just trying to understand other ways he might get out of it, but I think you guys are definitely right. Sonic showing up and getting him out of it makes the best sense. But, like, the only other people who could do, because it will be Hellfire and Gale, that's not happening. And if Saitama and Blast show up, which would make sense, but it wouldn't be as impactful as Sonic doing it.
You think Blasty's gonna show up?
I think it makes sense with Blast show up. He's with Saitama, and
Blast only
Obviously, this
shows
is-
up when Blast wants to.
But this is like,
I don't want Blast to show up.
there's perfect incentive for him to show up right here. I agree. Why not Satsuki?
For this particular thing, I don't mind him showing up in general, but not for this moment in time. I would like Flashy Flash and Sonic to resolve this issue. Now, when it comes to the fighting front, sure, he can show up then. But for this thing, I don't want Blast to show up and bail Flashy Flash out.
That's right. Yeah, sorry. That's what I fully agree with that. Like, he should show up because I want to see him interact with Empty Void, but I don't want him to say Flashy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I was thinking there might be a moment where Saitama comes in, enters their kind of imaginary domain. And he's like, "What's up, what's up, fellas? You good?"
I can see
No
something
way.
like that.
Saitama comes and takes that.
So who put it in the chat earlier? Like Ferds, was it Ferds who did?
Uh,
Where like
Did he say
Saitama
that?
could enter. Well, do you think Saitama could enter the vision like he entered Phoenix Man space?
Oh yeah. So like,
For
maybe
sure.
he could. I mean, the fact
Ooh.
that he did it for memes when for Phoenix Man suggests like he has that ability. I mean, I feel like that's got to come back in some way, shape, or form, right?
He's just punched in. That's all he's got to do.
Bro,
I
100%.
definitely. This is how I foresee this whole scenario. Okay, this is a flashback to the past. Flashy's going to realize that this is just a memory that's slowly being warped. So I think he's going to like try to resist this and be like, something about this doesn't seem right. I've already lived this moment. Why is it happening again?
What are you, a Flashy sucker? You like Flashy, bro?
You're not. You made that abundantly
You
clear
think,
the
you
past
think
2
he's
hours.
cute, bro? You like him, huh? Oh, he's
Wait.
Isaac.
Grim, do you want him to take this power or not? You know it's not going to work in your favor if he takes the power, right?
The
He
moment
wants him to
does
take the
that
power just so that he can bash on. It's like, oh, he took the deal.
The moment
couldn't do it
takes that
himself,
power,
so he had
Saitama
to-
shows up. Grim is
Look.
going to be super fire. It's like, kill him!
But then,
Wally,
if he
swim
ends up-
monster!
if there is a bit of a mental struggle because he can't get out of this like illusionary world that he seems to be in, maybe that would be the time when Saitama comes and just kind of shatters the illusion. He's like, hey, why are you two like really young all of a sudden? I don't get this. I turn a corner and here I am.
Look, bro, all I'm saying is that you're right. I don't really benefit either way. If Flashy accepts the deal, he'll be cock diesel, and then like, I can't really say much. Then he'll be a blessed Flashy. That's cock diesel. He'll definitely be able to beat like Super Alloy Garou, or excuse me, Platinum Garou and Platinum. I think he'd definitely be able to do it then. But at the same time, him not taking the deal is kind of like bitch like. And as much as like I don't like Flashy because he's a bitch, I don't actually think he's a bitch. So like,
Oh my god!
Like-
Somebody clip this and put it up on YouTube.
like take the deal, get stronger, stop pussying out for feelings and shit. Like I don't like that. Like when I mentioned that earlier in the reaction, like it seemed kind of not. It seemed kind of like
Did you say stop pussying
soft.
out for feelings?
Yeah, nah, I'm saying he was soft, bitch. The dialogue was soft. Oh, like, oh, Sonic. Oh, we can finally, Sonic was like, oh, we can finally escape together, Flashy. And Flashy was
How
looking up
dare
at him like,
children-
that was soft, bro. Can't do
Man, I can't believe it. I fucking hate it when children who've been through traumatized experiences bond with each other. Ugh.
Yuck.
Grim's like, damn, 6-year-olds. David Goggins would not appreciate this.
He's like first child emperor now. These bitches. I can't fucking believe
Well,
it.
I'm just saying, bro. I understand it's clearly on purpose to endear you to Flash, but it's a character who we saw as a murderous killer, bro. Like the first thing we learned about this dude was that he out there killing niggas in secret. Like, oh, you a hero, but you killing niggas? Oh, okay.
I do. I know you want to wrap up soon, Grim. I just had a thought though. We were talking about characters who might take the deal from God who are S class. There's a character who we know who is looking for ways to get stronger but can't because no one will trust him because they think he's too strong. Do you, while he's low, someone's going to make an offer to King, and he's gonna take it. Maybe it'll be like a subtle deal, but it'll just slowly affect himself, and he'll be getting stronger. But it's actually God's influence on him.
God's like one of the few, if not the only, accurate like power meters in the series. Like I think he'll see right through King.
But like he also affected Homeless, and Homeless was a regular guy who got boosted to dragon level in an instant. So all of a sudden, King can actually live up to his legend a bit more. He's trying to get strong because Saitama said he could get strong. But
I mean, I actually think that doesn't work in your favor. I think that works in the favor of like us not knowing or us being inaccurate as to what you need to be blessed by God, because that kind of pushes me to believe that how strong you are doesn't necessarily matter. That your character may have more to do with it than your power.
It depends. Like, we know Homeless obviously was just a regular guy, and I think he obviously favors stronger people. That's why we have to like Garou, Tatsumaki, and Flashy now too. But I think he's gonna. If there's someone who he thinks could be useful to him, that might just be enough. You know, King also has a lot of influence over people. I just had that thought in my head. I don't know if it's gonna turn into anything, but that might be an interesting way to deal with how King wants to grow stronger as well, and how they deal with it, and how it affects the story.
I like this because I can rebuttal to what you're saying because there's substance to this. I'm disagreeing because I think whenever I point out or we point out that like there's been a consistency amongst these people wanting to kill humanity, I think that's us pointing out the dialogue. And while I think there's a lot to that, I don't think the story is doing enough to emphasize that as much. Like, it's not coming out and clearly saying, yeah, the goal is to kill all humans. Like, I would want that by now. And we've gotten something similar to that, but it's only us correlating that. It's only us correlating Homeless's dialogue. It's only us correlating Sairochi's intentions. It's only us correlating Cosmic's dialogue. Like, that's us correlating those things. The story hasn't straight up told us, yeah, God's trying to kill all of humans. So, like, it makes me wonder, what, like, are we just wrong about this, bro? Like, what if, and I think we've touched on this before, that, like, it could also be, like, what state, if you're in a state of despair where you need something. Like, we mentioned this a little bit earlier, too, kind of touched on it with, like, the whole, like, you have to be, you're offering help, he's offering you help, and you take the help, or whatever. But way a long time ago, we talked about, like, how you could just need to be in a perilous situation, and that's when he'll offer you. Like, that's when it would happen to you, so. I don't know, bro. I can't necessarily disagree with you. Go ahead.
It was all just like I said, just an idea, mate. It's just, if you don't think it's the case, that's fine. I'm just having an idea, and you can say yeah or no. That's all it is.
No, I know, I like that. The viewers like that too, babe.
I think King would kind of luck out of it somehow. Like, he would extend his hand, then he'd pull it back. Like, wait a sec, it's COVID-19. I need to use these alcohol wipes first, and then in that time, the kind of apparition just vanishes. He's like, oh my god, what the hell's wrong with your face, son?
So, like, if he got like a part, like how, like, you know how Garou got the actual partial agreement, and it was like, oh, the massive power boost, but King gets the same. He doesn't realize why he's actually getting stronger, but it's because of that. Like, maybe the guys that you're like, oh, here you go, here's your game, King, handshake, like, or
he's just handing him over a PSP.
It could be your favorite idol group. You dropped your DS, King. Here you go.
You dropped your crown, King. Here you go. Yeah,
so
that'd be a really interesting storyline.
I don't think it's ever been explicitly stated, but I think we can kind of get this, that when you offered power from God and it's taken away or whatever happens, that's the one and only time it can happen to you, right? Is that kind of the common belief? Because I'm thinking about what happened with Garou. What's up?
The cube too.
But what I'm saying is, if you get that power, let's just say with Garou, do we believe that he can be offered that power again? Just because with him, I just found it interesting when he got the power, he didn't fully have the assistance of God. He touched his hand, and that was enough for him to gain this power, but it wasn't enough to fully influence him the way he wanted to.
Yeah.
I think the possibilities that come into play here, one of which are like the pen that we saw of all the dead bodies there, right? When they were younger, of the skeletons in the corner and the pile of like dust, ash, and bones. That's one thing that happens whenever you're offered the power, if you fail. The other thing is that you take a full power or accept it, and then in Cosmic's case, he took a partial acceptance of it or whatever. So like, I think there's nothing that's implying that you can't get it offered again and take it again, but you usually die when it happens, right? The only other example is Psycho. She escaped. She didn't die. She could still be blessed for all we know. Do we have anything to say that she's not blessed? After rereading that, I've seen those panels again. If it's fair to say that she got blessed and not Orochi, then is she still blessed?
I mean, Empty Void's still alive, so there's a chance. Like, we know just because you lose to someone doesn't mean it's the end. I think in my head says probably not, but I also can't rule it out. I think you've got something there, Grim. She could still be blessed. But we know, like, just quick, is there, like, we obviously haven't seen anyone just reject the deal like this without some kind of interference. So do you think those people, just because obviously you mentioned the guys who were in the corner, like the skulls in the hideout, do you think if you reject it, he just kills you?
Because remember Tatsumaki was like, "Who are you?" before Blast arrived. She was like, "Who are you?"
But Blast intervened. But I'm saying if there's no intervention by someone, does God just kill you?
That's what I'm saying. Did Blast intervene before she was able to object to? Because I thought she was already questioning God's appearance before Blast intervened.
She was questioning it, but before God could do anything, Blast showed up.
Okay.
That's why he backed off.
Yeah, so if you outright reject it, is that why you kind of get turned to sand, is what you're saying, or turned to bones? And well, first and foremost, I would suggest that there were a good few guys in the Ninja Village who, when offered greater power, they were just like, nope. But that would be a bit iffy, considering these guys are like mostly brainwashed since they're kids, in pursuit of greater power, all that type of stuff. So for me, it would be that they simply weren't suitable. But then it comes back down to the idea of how do we judge suitability when Homeless Emperor, a dude who was butt-ass naked, thrown out of his job, a regular human, and he was granted power, and he was kind of super, super powerful. Yeah, so I'm not too sure around what it is, and maybe with Empty Void there's a bit of a difference, because he seems to be directly throwing people into a contract or a meeting with God, like by smacking that cube on their head. So maybe it was just misjudgments on his part, like he was just like, yeah, you seem like you're good, and he smacked them on the head, and when it was found that they weren't suitable, they just vaporized or powdered.
I'm not sure, but there's more to come. I just know that.
Don't tell him his mic's gone. Let him give us really heartfelt thank you for watching, and
Oh Lord!
Let him do the yo ho ho with some energy.
let him be muted.
I was actually talking about like, never mind, bro. Sonic or Godly Sonic is thick. Look at them thighs. Look at them thighs.
Hey, he's like 6 years old. You better stop looking at them thighs.
Yeah,
Bro, you're a
I'm
thick ass
gonna
6-year-old, bro. For 6, bro.
Technically,
Thick, man.
I was
Oh
gonna,
god.
Grim, I was gonna stick up for you then. I can't stick up for that now.
You on the island?
Oh shit, bro. Nah, but damn, bro.
You better keep that clock analogy to yourself.
No, but for real though, what's the chances that before we leave, what's the chances that this is Empty Void and not God? Like Empty Void's Genjutsu and not God's offer.
I think it's definitely God's offer, just with because he used the cube and because of the side profile we've seen with the weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would he hide that part? You know, if he didn't want if it was.
If this was a Genjutsu, it'd be like the most weird Genjutsu because it's like, what happens if he accepts the hand? He's like, ha! You touched his hand, that's gay! And then...
Oh, that is the most middle school thing I've ever heard.
No, we know God would never accept you.
Flashy comes out, gave him the offer.
Well played, Empty Void. You got me.
Oh shit, bro. Nah, I'm definitely looking forward to that next one. But all right, boys. That was it for 200 and 201. That bit was fire, bro. Like that's what we want. That's what we were looking for. Like moving forward, that God storyline, and we're getting more in depth with these boys. Like the video, subscribe. The next one's coming up too. And hopefully we get a longer chapter, bro. Yeah, I know what it is. Like the video, subscribe, and see you on the next one. Yo!
Peace.